Okay, so we'll start with the login page here. Run on the server. We'll make 2 new accounts for testing everything. Make Cody S1234. And then we'll make one more just so we can test transferring and viewing other users' active listings, all that. They can just have the same password, make it easy for us. We'll log in under Cody. Here's going to be our home page. It's going to show the user's current balance in ETH. We decided to make it so you can add and remove ETH for now because it just makes it easier to test, all the active listings and purchasing. So here's your current. Say you try to add, an obscene amount, 100,000. It's going to say you must enter between 1 and 10,000. I have 100 balance right now. Let's try to remove 150. It's going to say no, you can't remove more than you have. So let's add 250, and it should go right up to 350 there. Your unlisted NFTs. This is going to list the NFTs you own and are not currently selling, and then your listed NFTs are going are going to be what you have listed and ready and waiting for people to purchase. So the logout button obviously just takes you to the login page. Mint an NFT is where you can create NFT and become the owner of it. We'll call this one test and mint it. And it just first goes under your unlisted NFTs because you haven't decided to list it yet. And we will mint another one here. We'll call this one test as well. And it's going to tell us there already is one named test, so we're going to have to pick another name. Yep, because it has to be unique. So we'll call it test2. And then we'll still use testurl.com and should do the same thing. Image URL must be unique. Yep, and please enter a new image URL. So I'll call this one test2. The description can be the same because, two NFTs could be similar. So you mint them. Here's your 2 unlisted NFTs. There's a list and transfer button next to each of your NFTs in the unlisted NFTs. So say I want to list test2 here. It says enter the time and duration, or enter the time, duration, and amount to list test2 for. So the duration we decided to do in days because we thought that'd be a little easier, and honestly just better for the user. And amount in ETH is how much you want to get, how much you want to sell it for. So say if we do like 1,000 days, which is too high, and 500 ETH, it's going to say duration days must be between 1 and 100. Enter valid duration. So okay, we'll do 50, and then we'll do 100,000 ETH, and it's going to say it must be between 1 and 10,000 ETH. So we'll list it for 50 days for 1,000 ETH list, and now it shows under your listed NFTs. It just shows you the name, the duration you put, and how many days are remaining with the amount. This days remaining is update, and in practice, it obviously would be updated every 24 hours. But for the sake of this project, it's updated anytime a user searches for active NFTs, which Matthew will go into greater detail later. But so if they search for it and it would be expired because the day passed, then its status goes to expired and it wouldn't be listed under active anymore. So a user can't buy any active NFTs. And the amount is 1,000, and we can go ahead and delist that as well. And that'll just bring it back over to your unlisted. But we'll put it back up on the listing just for testing everything. And then Matthew's going to go over, the transferring and viewing active listing, search bar, and then purchase.
Hello, Professor. I am recording this video for part 2 of the project. So if we head over to Eclipse and go to servers, we can see I already have the server running for Tomcat. I am currently running the register.jsp file through Tomcat, and that is taking us to here. And if I go ahead and log in as the root user, we can see I am now logged in. And here is a list of all of our tables that we have in the MySQL workbench. So if we go over here, we can see here's all of our statements that we ran in order to create our tables. And if we go back to over here, we can see I can initialize the database, and that will create everything to go back to a default. So if I go ahead and log out, I can go ahead and register, and I'll just go ahead and recreate that account. I only had one account I created, and it just got deleted. So if I go ahead and create that, oh sorry, Matt@gmail. Go to password. The password will be Matt1234. I can go ahead and register. So now I'm able to log in with that account. And here we go. So now we can see there are two new available options for this part of the project. They're able to mint an NFT, and we're also able to view all active listings. And here we can see I have a Ethereum balance. I currently have 100. And here are my unlisted NFTs and my listed NFTs. And right now I have 0 because I just created the account. So if I go ahead and view all active listings, we can see there are 3 available right now that I can choose to purchase. And over here we can see there is a duration for each one. So for these two, they were set to be available for 90 days, and this one to be set for 60 days. And here we can see that this one has 3 days remaining, this one has 49, and this one has 2. And right here is how much they cost in Ethereum. And here we can see the listed user for who is selling it. And so if I wanted to buy a specific NFT, if there were, for example, like 100 of these, and I wanted to buy one that had to do with horses, I could go ahead and go up here and search horse, and here we can see there was only one available horse NFT, so this is the only one that's popping up. And so I can go ahead and purchase this one from Cody. And now we can see my balance has gone down to 1950, and I now have it unlisted. So I can go ahead and choose to list it, and I can set to list it for 30 days, set it to be 25, and here we can see it is now listed. And if I go ahead and go to all active listings, we can see those 2 that were listed before are here, and then we can also see mine down here that is now listed. So if I go back to the home page and log out, we can now choose to log in as a different user. So I will log in as Ashley. And we can see here that Ashley currently owns this one NFT, and it also has a balance of $100, or 100 Ethereum, sorry. So if I go to active listings, you can see that horse NFT that was currently listed earlier is now listed under a different seller, Matt, and it also has a different duration and a different cost. So I'm able to repurchase this one, or not repurchase, but purchase the same one from this different user. If I go back to the home page, I'm able to simply just transfer the NFT. So if I want to transfer it to someone, we can transfer it over to, we can give it to Rudy. And now Rudy will have ownership over that NFT, and we can see here under Ashley, I now have no NFTs. So I can go ahead and log out and log in under Rudy. So yeah, we can see here in the database, Rudy received the NFT from Ashley. So go back. Okay, here it is. Sorry. So it is now listed or unlisted under Rudy. And if I wanted to choose to list it, I can go ahead and do that. Same thing as before, set it as any duration I want, and we'll set it this time for 40 Ethereum. Now, if we go to active listings, we can see that now Rudy has it listed for 40 Ethereum with 30 days, and yeah. And I believe that is everything. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.